Today, for my quick midweek review, I bring you the Guardian rig from Civillian tack holsters. Okay, so these guys hit me up on my Instagram and they asked me if I was willing to check out their products and do a review. Here we are. I'm not getting paid for this review. I'm not getting paid for any potential sales that come from the review. And when I'm all done wrapping up this video, I have plans to actually give away the holster. This is just a bit of disclosure before we get started. The Guardian rig is a wing style holster, and the mag side is held in place with shock cord. This one is made for the 3.5-inch M&P, and the fit is nice and tight. It's solid, it's secure. The retention for the pistol side of the holster has plenty of room so that if you like a tighter fit, you can tighten it down and get that. If you want it a little looser, you can do that as well. Everything on this holster is exactly what I would expect in terms of quality. The belt clips are solid, they get a firm grasp on the belt, and they have the logo etched into them. The rivets are done really well. They are painted to match the shock cord and the kydex on the back. You know, at this point, let's just be real about it. All of this kydex basically comes from a small handful of manufacturers, and a good holster maker should have access to good quality kydex. If a company doesn't have all of the options for all of the cool colors and patterns and textures that you might like, well, they're really dropping the ball these days. Civillian Tech has all the good stuff available on their site, so whatever it is that your look is, you're going to find it there. I don't know exactly what this gray topographic pattern is, but I really like it. I feel like it really goes good on the purple, and visually, it just pops. It's well built. It's a reasonable price. It is a comfortable and stable design. Look, Civillian Tech, it's a smaller business, and you know, I love finding smaller businesses that I can go ahead and help promote so that people can go ahead and show some love. Not everything for me was a positive. I actually found 2 negatives with this holster. One of the things that I found that could have used a little bit of attention was some of the edge work. There were a few spots that could have used a little bit of evening out or, you know, sanding down or polishing. I believe beveled would be the term. Mind you, I'm picky, like seriously picky. I like my edges beveled, sanded, smooth. I'll admit it is a little unrealistic for most holster manufacturers to have the level of edge work that I look for in a holster. We all want those glass-like smooth edges with our holsters, but the labor to do that, it's definitely not cheap. So that's not like a huge negative, that's just something that I noticed that I wanted to point out. The other thing that I'm not 100% satisfied with was the mag side of this holster. Now I like the angle that the mag sits at. I find that it ergonomically fits me really well as far as, you know, grabbing a hold of it and the angle that my wrist has to go to. The problem that I found was the retention. I like a little bit more retention than most people do, and unfortunately, I'm not able to tighten that screw down enough to get the retention level that I personally like. The problem lies in the fact that there is no eyelet or rivet close enough to the opening opposite of the retention screw to counteract the retention, so to speak. When you go ahead and you slide your mag down in there, that side of the opening just opens up and you can only get so much retention out of it. Now, I'm not saying that I want the retention level so high that I've got to use 2 hands to get that mag out of there, but I do want a little bit more retention than it can actually provide. Does that mean that the mag is just going to fall out? Well, no, probably not. Realistically speaking, it should be just fine for everybody. And yeah, I could fix it. I've got a rivet press back here. I could pop a rivet in there and it would be just fine. I could get all the retention that I need. It's really not even a deal breaker for me. It's more of an annoyance than anything. For most people, the retention is going to do the job just the way that you need it to. In any event, I think that Civillian Tech is putting out a pretty good quality product. I think they're selling it at a reasonable price and at a time when we definitely don't see enough reasonable price out there. If you're looking at these holsters, but you're looking for an outside opinion before you pull the trigger, so to speak, go for it. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. When we support small businesses, we support innovation and growth within the industry. That's going to be it for today, guys. I will see you back here very soon.